Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Baker going to throw this right away.
It's Williams on the catch. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And this is incomplete.
Trying to find Jamison Williams.
And it's 2nd down.
When you look at this defense,
coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
They spent the week at practice, Sam. We know our rating's not that great, and we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league, but there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
Give them 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Deontay Banks there on the stop.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Hey, alert 33. What's up?
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Mayfield to throw it. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Boswell's kick is good, and the opening drive of the game yields 3.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Catch made by Slayton. That'll give them 8 that time, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
When you look at this defense,
they come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Mayfield now.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. That's complete to Slayton. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A give up the middle to Singletary, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown.
George Pickens,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, hey.
Back to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Half 18, half 18. Let's go.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room,
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Okay, here we go. Out we go. Out we go.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Jones complete. It's Johnson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Go, dog. Here we go. Out we go.
On the give, this is Singletary. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Don Caper. Out we go.
Looking to throw. Jones.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost him 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Big play from a big man. Kayvon Thibodeau off the edge and dropping him behind the line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Mayfield.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now Mayfield eluding the pressure right.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true. But
and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try and throw back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Hey, alert 33.
Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. To throw, Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
They'll run right here with Swift. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. Throwing, Mayfield. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
2 yards left on second down from the 9. On the give, here's Robinson.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mayfield from the gun on third down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Mayfield looks to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Mayfield to throw it.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Mayfield now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one,
That worked quite well for the defense.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And again, it's Mayfield.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards on that play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Kings, Kings, Kings! God.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on fourth down.
That is caught. He's got the first down and more than that.
And he will take it in for the touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
32 yards.
And the Black Knights will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Boswell for the extra point. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing Jones. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
16 more on that one and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now Jones.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this third quarter of play. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he is going to be stopped cold. The line of scrimmage.
Nice effort defensively there from Cole Holcomb.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Half 18, half 18. Great. Flick right. Out, go.
Singletary again. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
56.
Tracy going to get it on first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Sets up the screen to... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Here's Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone. He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Regular.
They'll look to throw. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Back to throw. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Looking to throw. Jones. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Well, when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
This is caught by Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Jones throwing on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Singletary. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot from the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
They will run with Singletary, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Snowhawks are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Swift going to try up the middle. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down.
He's got this, complete to Williams.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Hey, alert 33! That.
From the gun, Mayfield.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Mayfield
goes with the out route and completes it to Swift.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Black Knights answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, just like last play. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Fancy footwork at the 45. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Snowball.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
F-18, F-18.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Come right, Pacino. Come right, Pacino.
Jones.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Great. Don Capers.
To throw is Jones.
Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Snowhawks have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Well, partner, this hasn't been the smoothest day for him, but he certainly picked the right time to get right, as they like to say. How about that for a touchdown?
Boy, he did. I guess they say all's well that ends well. It's not over yet, but you're right. He picked a good time for that first touchdown pass.
Exactly right. Not over yet. The defense is going to have to make it hold up.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang up. Down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. Here's Baker. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
At the 18-yard line.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Okay, here we go. North salad, north salad. Up we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Now a 3rd and 6. Now Jones wants to change it up.
Now Jones, off play action.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Set. Real. Watch one.
Mayfield.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Mayfield.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Robinson. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Mayfield to throw.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to put an end to a wild Monday night. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Timberland. Here we go. Apple. Great.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. And the kick is good. Graham Gano connects as time expires. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that?